A young woman today will say, I want a tall man, preferably over 6 feet, even if she's 5'1", okay? Making over six figures, and he's got to have a set of six-pack abs. All I hear, when I hear that, I hear 666. What she wants is the devil. That's all I hear. I don't hear anything else. She's looking for the devil. She's looking for an evil man. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rad Torado. For those of you that don't know, welcome back to the Next Level Fear Show. Today, we're going to be diving deep into what it really means, what it truly means to be a man today. It's been bothering me. I think it had a lot to do with the whole boxing thing in the Olympics, you know? I saw it and I'm just like, where is this world going? What are we doing? We're allowing biological men to fight women? Haram! What is taking place? It's unfair. It's unfair because we really can't complain. We elected these people into office. We voted for them without voting for them because most of us don't vote. So when we don't vote, we allow these people to occupy office and then to terrorize the world with their ideologies. But that's for another video. We're not going to be doing that today. We're talking about what it truly means to be a man today. As you can see in the title, I wrote down, all men are males, but all males can't be men. I mean, before I get into it, just take a look at how the powers that be want to trick us into believing that biological women can become men. And that is just absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't care how many operations and hormones you take. It's just never going to happen. You take a look at these channels where women will go on the show seeking a man, and when the host would ask, so what do you look for? What do you look for in a man? What is the first thing these people say when they're trying to define their ideal man? A young woman today will say, I want a tall man, preferably over 6 feet, even if she's 5'1", okay? Making over six figures, and he's got to have a set of six-pack abs. All I hear, when I hear that, I hear 666. What she wants is the devil. That's all I hear. I don't hear anything else. She's looking for the devil. She's looking for an evil man. Because there's no man that exists like that today. There is none. And the man that they're looking for, that has those physicalities, those characteristics, I'm sorry to tell you, but most of them are not even men. Most of them are still boys pretending to be men. They're still boys pretending to be men. I wrote down some stuff, just some footnotes to keep me on track here. You know, and the one thing I wrote down was responsibility. First and foremost, responsibility. Everything is just backwards. Everything is just upside down in terms of who we idolize. We aspire to be big and strong because being big and strong and jacked and ripped and lean, that's what a man looks like. So my question to you is, so what happens when you get old? Are you no longer a man? When you're not jacked, when you're not lean? What happens if you get injured? You can't train. Does that stop you from being a man? Honestly. You guys, you young guys, idolize and look at these MMA fighters and boxers, and all these guys are considered men in your eyes. These are men in your eyes. These guys aren't men. They're athletes. They're athletes. A lot of them are insecure. A lot of them are not responsible. As a matter of fact, think about this for a second. Why would you want to learn how to fight? Probably because someone picked on you, you were bullied, you want to be able to defend yourself, kick somebody's ass. That's being a man? In your eyes, is that a man? The fact that he can step into a ring and whoop somebody's ass, does that make him a man? In your eyes, he becomes the man in your eyes. But you guys want to idolize the wrong people. You don't want to idolize the folks that took care of you. You don't want to be like them. Being like them is boring. Raising a family, oh, well, that's not what men do. Men don't raise families. Men go out there and we make money, we party, we drink, we smoke. We get fly. We buy dope rides and get the latest gear. We go to the gym, we get big so we can stare at each other and compliment each other. All that shit is gay as hell, man. That shit is gay. You guys aren't men. You guys don't know what it means to be a man. Faithfulness. Faithfulness. You guys know nothing about that. Honestly. You know nothing about being faithful, because in your eyes, being with one woman is corny. And so in your eyes, you got to go out there and try to slay as many women as possible. And then you complain later in the same breath that you can't find a decent woman. Oh man, I can't wait for you to have a daughter. I can't wait for someone like you to take advantage of your daughter, so you can see what it feels like. True men value loyalty. Real men. And I don't think you guys will understand that until you're a lot older. You know, until you go through your first divorce, until you lose your children. You know, you guys are not going to understand that until that actually happens to you. And then you'll understand, oh wow, what do I value? I don't value a person's looks. I don't care what she looks like. All I care about is, can I trust her? Is she trustworthy? Is she loyal? Those are the things I look at. But that came with age. That came with failing. Time and time and time again. And so you're in and out of women, you're in and out of these relationships, you call them situationships, and all you're doing is just building a castle of insecurity. Because every woman you go through, you're just going to continue believing that every woman ain't shit. Every woman isn't worth it. I've never met a girl that, can hold off with the sex. This is what you're going to be thinking. What you don't realize is that maybe it's because these women are really trying their best to keep you. Maybe you're handsome. You're everything they want in a man. And so they give you their prized possession. And what do? You take advantage of it. That's what men do, or that's what boys do. You're like a 10-year-old or a 5-year-old kid. You get a gift, you play with it for a few weeks, and then after that, you put it down, you never play with it again. You're done. Move on to the next. I want a new toy. You guys know what I'm talking about. Commitment. You guys know nothing about commitment. You can't even commit to having one job, let alone having one woman in your life. You call yourself entrepreneurs. You guys are broke. You ain't got no money. You're too busy into every other thing, trying to make money in every which way possible, instead of just focusing on one thing, one career. Oh, being a doctor's too hard. I can't do that, so I got to do everything else. You guys aren't men. You don't know what it's like to be committed to something. You guys can't even pay attention. Half of you are fast forwarding the video because I'm taking too long. I don't talk fast enough. Oh well. There's a lot of you men that say, oh, I love women though. Yeah, I get it. You love women, but you don't commit to them. What do I mean by commit to them? You don't marry them. You're afraid. You're afraid to marry him. Oh, I don't want to get married. I'm not trying to get married, young. Hell no. I'm not trying to get divorced and have her take all my money. That's the attitude. That's your thought process. Instead, you should be saying to yourself, well, before I get married, I need to vet this woman. Yeah. I need to vet. I need to ask the right questions. I also need to understand, why am I marrying her? Am I marrying her because she's a 10, she's a 9, she looks beautiful? Do you honestly believe that if you marry just for looks, she's cool, she's a vibe, I'm gonna marry her, that's gonna work? You'll end up in divorce probably within the first 2 years. You marry for looks, you're gonna get divorced. It just takes time. And if you don't get divorced, you're gonna be miserable. A woman's looks are temporary to a man like you, a so-called man like you. They're temporary. Because after a woman gives birth, there's a lot of changes that they go through. They give birth, they gain a little weight, things change. They're not the same. Maybe they can't lose the weight, they don't know how. Trying their best to go to the gym. Their appetite changed. You married her for looks. Well, when you married her, she was 25, right? She was hot. She looked great. Now she's 45. She gave birth to 2 or 3 of your children. Do you honestly believe she's going to look the same way? For those of you that are getting married for looks, man, you're setting yourself up for failure. For those of you who are marrying for love, you're also setting yourself up for failure. That's for another video, though. And men, we're different. We're different than women. Different than women, for sure. Biologically, like our chemistry, the way we're made up, we're just different. I don't care what anybody says. The way I love a woman is way different from the way my wife loves me. Men who marry women for looks are still boys, man. You're still immature. You want a hot wife for what? So other people can look at your wife and say, damn, your wife is hot. Your wife is fine. That's what you want? That's wild, man. Wild work. I don't know. That shit sounds crazy to me. It does. It just sounds crazy to me, man. I think a real man, when you finally become into your manhood, you'll start looking for deeper, meaningful relationships. I think you'll fall in love with her soul and who she is first before you'll fall in love with what she looks like. But we lost that, man. They don't even teach that. Your parents ain't even teach that to you. Your parents don't know what that is because your parents... I'm not even gonna go there, man. You know, let's talk about work ethic. Do men today, do we have the same type of work ethic as did our ancestors, our parents? Hell no. There are more men today that get their hands and feet and toes done, and they want them shits looking pretty, soft and supple, just like their girls. It's like almost embarrassing today if you tell somebody that you're a plumber. It's embarrassing. Or I'm a carpenter. You know, I build houses. I lay bricks. I do real work. I'm out there doing real work. It's embarrassing. Today, men, honestly, today, a lot of you guys think that you can get rich and make money off of doing YouTube. You guys don't want to work. You guys want to be influencers. You guys want to be gamers. That's what you guys want to do. You don't want to work. No one wants to get their hands dirty. And those that do, they're living great lives. A lot of plumbers out here, a lot of electricians, plumbers, carpenters, making big money. Keep sleeping on them. Let this country become a country like Ukraine, where the lights turn out. Let's see who survives. Is it going to be the carpenter or the YouTuber? Is it going to be the dude that sells sneakers for a living, sells clothing? Or is it going to be the electrician? You guys don't value what it means to study hard and work. You want the easy way out. Going to college is for suckers. No, I disagree. I think going to college to be a doctor is what you should be doing. Going to college for engineering, structural engineering, chemical engineering, anything related to engineering. That's what you should be doing. Going to school for photography, for liberal arts and sciences. That's for suckers. But you guys don't want to work. You see, studying is too hard. It's too hard to study. Men don't want to be men. Men love women, but they don't want to marry them. They love children, but they don't want to be a father to them. A father's full-time. That's a full-time position. Being a parent in general is the hardest job anybody can have in this lifetime. Especially today, with everything that's going on with the powers that be trying to confuse us. It is the most difficult job to have right now, being a parent. So what makes a real man? I'm gonna tell you what makes a real man. A real man is having honor. You see, you can be an MMA fighter, you can be a champion, boxer, you can be any of those types of discipline, right? And when someone tries to test you, a real man is gonna look at that individual and say, you know what, I can beat that person. I know I can. I can hurt that person, and I know that I can kill that person. So I'm just gonna step away, man. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna be the bigger man. I'm gonna walk away. That's a man. Not acting emotional when another dude, a disrespectful boy, disrespects your wife or whatever, your girl, and you're walking with them, and the first thing you want to do is bow down to his level and want to fight the dude. Like two girls. It's just words, man. You say what you want, man. You ain't doing nothing. You can say what you want, keep talking, but you ain't doing nothing. You see, we can train in the gym to get physically strong, and we can train at any discipline to learn how to protect ourselves when we need it, when we really need it. When someone is attacking us without provocation, when someone is physically attacking us for no damn reason, then we can put it on them. That's why we train. But we shouldn't be idolizing these dudes because they're fighters. Idolizing the wrong people. Have honor. Be respectable. Have dignity. Be stoic. Be measured. Have patience. What is a man? A man acknowledges his mistakes. When he's wrong, he admits it. He corrects it. A man is not going to sit there and try to argue a point when he knows he's wrong. That's what women do today. Start behaving like men. Accountability. That's the big word today. Right? Take accountability for your actions. You guys don't know how to do that. You guys know it all. You know everything. I got this. I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna be a millionaire. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be a rapper. I haven't done one of these videos in quite some time, okay? But it is, we gotta be at the end of times to see all this nonsense that's happening today, man. Like, we have to be. I don't see it any other way. Look, if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like it, man. Share it. You disagree? You think there's a lot more men out there today? Drop a comment. Let's hear it. With that being said, everybody, train hard, be patient, fear God, That's all I'm going to say about that. I'll see you on the next one.